Hello, this is Joe Pryor with the virtual real estate team in Oklahoma City, and I've got Henri here again with me. A little toy poodle comes in every once in a while to the videos, and so if he has anything to say, I'll let him say at the end. What I want to talk about today is first-time buyers, especially first-time buyers that are looking to purchase a new home. And I want to talk about why that in some cases that is not a good move economically for a first-time buyer. And let me relate it to a car purchase. When you go to a car lot and you look at the price of the car, it is based on what it costs to produce, ship, what the profit margin is needed by both the manufacturer, the distribution network, of course, and the dealership in order to make a profit and stay in business. And when you get into the dealership, they're going to want to sell you some extras. They're going to want to sell you a DVD player, for instance, or some type of an upgrade that won't necessarily have anything to do with the value of the resale of the car, but it may make you happier, like a navigation system. And really, when you go in to buy a new home, it's very similar to that. I mean, you have a cost of building, that is materials and labor. You have the developer who needs to get paid for the lot. You have the profit that the builder needs to make. And then you have add-ons, of course, where, well, maybe you want a sprinkler system or 2-inch forward blinds or other upgrades that don't add to the value of the home, but are things that you believe that you need to go along with the home. And like a new car, as soon as you buy that new house, it depreciates, because at least in real estate, there is something called the cost approach to appraisals. In fact, it's one of 3 main areas that appraisers look at when they're valuing a property. The cost approach primarily is weighted for new homes because of what it costs to build. Once you buy it, then it is something that is not so much subject to the cost approach as is primarily the comparable approach. So instantly you're compared with a year-old or a 2-year-old home, and it normally takes about 2 years for you to get your value back. Now, I'm not arguing that you should never buy a new home if you're a first-time buyer. And I would look at it this way. If you go to a lender and they tell you you can qualify for a $200,000 house maximum, I don't believe it's a good idea for you to go out and buy a new house at $200,000. I'd rather see you buy a existing home at $200,000 that has a market value of $250,000, because I believe you need a cushion. Now, when you want to buy a new home is when you qualify for that $200,000 home, and then you buy a $150,000 home because, again, you don't want to spend the maximum. If anything goes wrong in your life, if you have a loss of a job of a spouse, or if you have medical issues, or any number of things that could affect you, and you don't have the reserves to take care of it, you may lose your home. I see this happening all the time. So my suggestion to you is look for value, look to make sure that you're not maxing yourself out, and understand that when you buy a new home, that there is an immediate depreciation to it. And be cautious with how you buy.